What happens if the Yankees are buyers when it comes to what they have to sell? Let's talk about some guys that have been not only killing it this week, but killing it this season. I want to start with Jhony Brito. You guys know Jhony Brito. Seen him plenty of times this year. He went off again. Brito this week against Worcester. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run on a solo shot, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. That is a season high, 2 shy of his career high, which is 10. Of course, we know Jhony Brito, not exactly a strikeout guy. So if he puts up 8, that's a big deal. Stacey, I wanted to talk about Brito because if you're looking at the trade market, and you're looking at any trade market any year, you're looking at guys, if you have something to give to get something back, the more you have that can make a direct impact sooner rather than later is always going to be more lucrative for the team receiving, right? So Jhony Brito strikes me as a guy that has kind of proven it a little bit already at the major league level. Look, I don't think he's an ace, not now, but he's shown that he can pitch in the majors, in the AL East. That's a big deal. So, Stacey, if the Yankees are buying, where's Jhony Brito in your world? Is Jhony Brito something you're willing to give up? Because the Yankees gave up a lot of starting pitching last season. Would you think they'd be willing to do it again to say, get a Cody Bellinger or what have you, an outfielder?
Ooh, see, this is tough because it feels like if last year didn't happen the way that it did and it didn't turn out so bad, because it turned out to be a really bad trade deadline for the Yankees just because of all the injuries that happened afterwards and everything else. I feel like if that never happened, they'd be more willing to give him up. Does that make sense? I feel like
a little shell shock, a little PTSD.
Maybe like a little snake bit in there. I don't know. I feel like there might be some sort of residual effect from last year's trade deadline that maybe might prevent them from doing that, but you never know. I mean, he would be a very good trade candidate, but I really feel like if last year's trade deadline worked out better for the Yankees, they'd be like, bye, see ya. You did well for us. Go help someone else, young man. Yeah. That sort of a thing.
Well, it depends on how much this front office believes in this team.
Mm-hmm.
They've said it publicly that they do, but do
Right.
they actually? Those are two very different things. Does Jhony Brito suit you better in the bullpen? We're going to talk about, obviously, the rotation a little bit later on in the show and about Nestor Cortez, who's close to coming back. But, you know, Brito and Randy Vasquez are not too dissimilar in what I feel how the Yankees look at them. And guys that have kind of proven themselves. I mean, Brito more so than Vasquez, just longevity-wise, and the amount of times he's come out. But do you put one of those guys? Because, you know, teams in the bullpen, I mean, because teams seem to go deep into the playoffs have some sort of rookie that comes out of nowhere, right? That comes in out of the pen and just does something crazy, right? And just ice in his veins and has a career year as a rookie. Could that be a Brito? Could that be Vasquez? If you're looking for your September call-up, is it Brito, Vasquez, Crook? What is it if they're not traded? Just things to think about. And again, we're talking about potential trade pieces here. I wanted to talk about Tyler Hardman. We've talked about Tyler Hardman a lot this season, Stacey, on this show, a ton. This dude is still hitting homers left and right. 3 straight games with a homer this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hit 2 on Friday and solo homer, well, not solo homers, but single home runs on Saturday and Sunday. So 4 bombs over the last 3 games. His 24th homer on Sunday extended a single-season career high, just keeps on growing. He's tied for the most home runs in minor league baseball. In 5 games played against Hartford this week, he went 9 for 19 with 8 driven in, 7 scored, 4 bombs, 4 walks, and a stolen bag. He's hit 8 home runs in July. That matches the 8 home runs he hit in June. And remember, July is shortened because of the All-Star break, and July's still not over. So he is crushing it. And again, if you're thinking of trade pieces, this is a guy who has bursted on the scene over the last 2 seasons in the Yankee system that just won't stop hitting bombs. And, you know, you have to give something to get something, right? That's something that gets lost in a lot of online chatter about trades is you forget that you gotta give something. Tyler Hardman's going crazy. And if the Yankees believe with him, which I have no reason to think otherwise because all he's done is hit at every level he's been at, how much do they believe in him? Do they see Tyler Hardman as a part of their future? Or do they think he could be a part of their past? And that's something we're going to learn here in the next week or so, which is, I feel like there's a lot of teams in this boat right now, whether they're going to contend or not. Another one, Stacey, another guy we just keep talking about, Drew Thorpe, did it again. 8 shutout frames this weekend, 13 strikeouts, Stacey, in 99 and a third innings of work, 124 Ks. This is coming from friend of the show and voice of the Hudson Valley Renegades, Joe Vasile. Drew Thorpe since June 1st, 7-0, 0.65 ERA, 55 and 2/3 innings of work, only 27 hits. He's only given up 4 runs in almost 2 months, 13 walks, 72 strikeouts in 8 starts. It is incredible what Drew Thorpe has been doing with the Renegades this season. It's out of everything. It's out of this world. It's out of this universe. He is pitching out of his mind. And look, it's a guy that, again, it's another pitcher. It's another starter. Do the Yankees have the guts? Do they believe in this Yankees squad? I don't know. I don't know. Again, we're going to find out here in the coming days. But these are some names that you're going, okay, Hardman, Brito, Vasquez, Thorpe. Those are kind of like the other guys that are still potential impact, but not your Jason Dominguez. It doesn't seem like the Yankees would go out and lose Dominguez and lose Austin Wells, right? These might be other guys. Speaking of Austin Wells, of course, we know that Trevino got hurt and IL'd for the rest of the season. With that, tons of catching moves. The domino effect was alive and well, Stacey. Trevino gets hurt. Rortvedt goes up. Austin Wells gets called from AA to AAA. First time he gets the call. And then Ben Rice, who had been rehabbing with Tampa, now gets the opportunity to play with AA Somerset. And how about Ben Rice to start essentially come back and get going again? He's 8 for his first 15 in 3 games with 2 bombs and a double. A guy we're not talking about, Ben Rice, right? Like a guy, we're always talking about Austin Wells. We're talking about Ben Rortvedt. The Yankees have some pretty decent catchers that hit, which is a bit of a luxury. So is Wells on the table? Are they that crazy? Is Ben Rice on the table? Again, these are all things that we're going to learn here in the coming days. So it was another really strong week for the Yankees system, and maybe one last showcase here for opposing clubs to go, hey, look what we got. Look at this shiny new object. Take a look. So I'm curious to see, because if the Yankees make a move, I have a feeling that some of these big names, if not at least one, would be on the move. We'll see. They have to give something to get something, and the Yankees have more prospects than they have major league talent to get rid of. So we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. Hey, thanks so much for checking out Miners Monday. Here on Locked On Yankees, we do this every single Monday where we check out the top performers in the Yankees system throughout this entire season. Of course, if you're new here, we also do regular Yankees coverage Monday through Friday. Every single day, we have Yankees coverage here on Locked On Yankees. So hit subscribe if you like content like this, and you'll always be able to hang out with Stacey and myself.